Hey guys, Adrian Morrison here, and I wanted to shoot this quick video to discuss two important bidding options when you're writing ads on Facebook. So there's this big debate over when you're writing an ad, should you use OCPM, which is optimizing your bids for impressions or for reach, or should you optimize your ads to get more conversions? Now, most affiliates and sellers that I talk to, they optimize for impressions. So they're paying Facebook to get their post or to get their ad as much reach and is seen as many times as it possibly can. And that's worked out really well. But the way I do it's a little bit different, and it's proven to work even better. So I do what's calling optimizing for conversions. But there's a couple of things that you need to know when you're doing this. So first off, when you're in Facebook, the two options are going to be OCPM, so this is optimizing for impressions. And then there's just straight up, it should say optimize for conversions. Okay, now when you're choosing between the two, conversions is going to be a little bit different because you have to go into Facebook and you have to create a conversion pixel. That's going to be on the left-hand side of your ads manager. It takes 5 seconds to do. Likely I'll have a video on how to do that. But what you need to know about optimizing your ads for conversions is that Facebook actually will only serve your ad to people that they believe are more likely to actually buy. So when you're thinking about the differences, do I just want a bunch of people to see my ad, or when I'm spending money, do I only want people to see my ad that actually have a good shot of converting and making me money? To me, it's a pretty simple answer to that question. I want conversions. But a lot of people mistake this for something that doesn't work because they cut it off too fast and they start out spending out too much money. So when you're optimizing for conversions, your first ad's daily budget should not exceed $5 a day. So you want to start out with a $5 budget. Now, I know that that does not seem like a lot of money, but if you start your bids out too high, like you say, I want to spend $50 the first day before anything's optimized, think about what optimizing for conversions is saying. It takes a minute for Facebook to really figure out, who those people are that are going to convert. So you don't want it to just blow through a bunch of money. So for the first 2 to 3 days, you want to let that ad spend about $5 a day. And over those 2 to 3 days, you'll spend $15. But Facebook will be figuring out as they serve your ad who's clicking your ad, who's signing up, who's sharing your ad with their friends on Facebook. And then you'll see it kind of on that fourth day just explode, and you'll start getting more conversions and more conversions and more conversions. And I found that my ROI is way higher when I'm optimizing for conversions. One other thing to note that a lot of people don't know, even experienced Facebook marketers don't know this. When you're optimizing for conversion, in order for it to really start churning and burning and producing extremely low-cost conversions, you need to have on that ad about, let's say, just to be safe, 25 conversions. That means that you have to have had about 25 people actually convert that have clicked on that ad. And then Facebook, after having 25 buyers, really can tell who it is that's clicking that ad and buying. And that's when you'll see that explosion, usually around day 4, where you start doing really well, paying very, very minimal prices for your ads and getting a lot of conversions. Using this method, in some cases, I've seen up to over 1,000% return on investment. Not 100%, 1,000%. So that's not going to happen on every ad, obviously. But Facebook is so good at optimizing your ads once they have the data that they need, right? That they can really, really focus, hone in, bullseye target the people that are going to buy. So when you're going in Facebook and you're writing your first ad and you got all of these options, cost per click and cost per million and optimize CPM and cost per conversions, you should focus on optimize for conversions, no matter what anybody else says. And remember with this method that it takes about 3 days on a $5 a day budget for Facebook really to get enough data to understand how to truly optimize that ad. And on day 4, you should see it explode. OCPM is still a good method, but ultimately it's gonna cost you more money. Because remember, with that method, Facebook just wants your ad to be seen by as many people as it possibly can. So you're paying to be seen. I want to pay to make money back. So OCPM, optimize for conversions. This is the way to go. Go check it out. Comment below this video. Let me know what type of results you're getting, and I look forward to seeing them.